Do you like scary video games? Do you prefer the spookiness of the ethereal, the ghostly, the paranormal over everything else? Well, good news. There are plenty of games with paranormal happenings that will keep you spooked for a good long while. So let's take a look at a few of them here. Song of Horror. What if you faced a terrifying being that could also learn from your actions and plan accordingly? That's the Presence, the antagonistic force of Song of Horror. The title features a number of characters, each exploring the house of Sebastian P. Husher and facing off against the terrifying Presence. When one character dies, the next continues the story, investigating in their own way. However, the Presence will learn from each incursion and hunt you down. SIREN. The underrated SIREN series has the Shibito, who may seem like zombies but are actually far more intelligent. Formed from humans being exposed to red water, aka blood of the alien entity Datatsushi, the Shibito are distinguished by the blood overflowing from their eyes and mouth. Make no mistake, being bound to the Datatsushi makes them far more dangerous than you'd think despite their decaying looks. Luigi's Mansion 3. One of the few titles on this list that's paranormal in a good way, except for Mario, Peach, and a bunch of toads who have been kidnapped by King Boo in a haunted hotel. Players will encounter boos, ghost chefs, ghost sharks, and even a ghost kaiju in their journey to free them. Luigi may be scared out of his wits, but thankfully, Luigi's Mansion 3 is a far less frightening affair than many of the other entries in this list. Fatal Frame 2: Crimson Butterfly. A village that's abandoned following a failed ritual to appease the hellish abyss. An angered spirit of sacrifice that's out for vengeance. The souls of the villagers walking about, forever trapped in agony. Fatal Frame 2 has enough paranormal baggage to fill an airport and then some, as sisters Mio and Mayu must evade evil spirits and somehow survive a horrifying ritual. Murdered Sole Suspect. Ghosts are everywhere in Murdered Sole Suspect. Heck, even the protagonist Ronan O'Connor is a ghost, having been killed while investigating the Bell Killer and struggling to unravel their true identity. What follows is a cat-and-mouse game of possession, mediums, witches, and of course, demons. It's a nice mix of paranormal exploration and police investigation. DREADOUT. If you're ever on vacation and discover an abandoned house or even a town, that too with a group of friends, maybe don't go inside. Not that this stops the characters of DREADOUT, who must contend with all manners of horrors like the Scissor Phantom, Ninetales, which is refreshingly an actual demon fox, and even a ghost that's, well, let's just say eyeballs and move on. Protagonist Linda even travels to limbo upon death and must run to the light to revive herself. Fear. All of these psychological horror and paranormal happenings in Fear revolve around Alma's psychic powers. She can give form to nightmares, change her appearance, murder things instantly, and the list goes on. Intriguingly enough, Alma herself is a vengeful spirit. Despite being taken off life support and technically being deceased, her psychic powers continue to give her life. It's her spirit, unable to cross over due to the suffering of being experimented on and having her children taken away, that continues to linger and drive her rage. Eternal Darkness: Sanity's Requiem. Ghosts and spirits are only one part of Eternal Darkness. The game focuses on the Roivas family and their battle with the Ancients, eldritch beings that have existed before humanity and whose very presence can drive people mad, when they're not suffering horrible fates, of course. Nevertheless, this mix of cosmic horror, century-spanning storylines, and sanity effects is still effective at whittling away at the player's psyche. Clock Tower 3. While previous games have focused on survival horror, Clock Tower 3 is a more epic tale. It sees Alyssa Hamilton traveling through time and fighting entities, spirits that push humans to commit atrocities, as a rooter. Along the way, she'll help other spirits to pass on and ultimately defeat the Dark Gentleman. Don't worry, the legendary Scissor Man also eventually makes an appearance. Man of Medan. At first glance, Man of Medan is a horror story, one where the main cast are seemingly trapped on a ghost ship, the Oorang Medan, and beset by all manner of fiendish spirits. In reality, the ship was carrying Manchurian gold, a powerful hallucinogen. The chemical is leaked and causes all of those exposed to it to imagine nearby individuals as ghosts, demons, and other horrors. That doesn't make the whole experience any less terrifying though, especially when the real Orang Medan suffered a paranormal tragedy in the late 1940s. Echo Night. Is this From Software's most critically acclaimed series? Well, no, but Echo Night was an interesting first-person horror title revolving around Richard as he attempts to stop William Rockwell, who's possessed by the Red Stone and stabbing people left and right. No, really, that's more or less it. Along the way, he'll be assisting spirits, collecting astral pieces, and going from house to train to house to ship in the process. Slender, the 8 Pages. Slender Man existed before the video game went viral, but the latter arguably reinforced his paranormal nature. In Slender, the 8 Pages, players wander the woods, collecting different pages while avoiding Slender Man. Though he has the ability to teleport and is known for abducting people, one can't really say what Slender Man's purpose is. Perhaps there is none, making all of those late-night chases all the more spooky at the time. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Another title emphasizes adventures over frights. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective is about Sizzle, a ghost struggling with his own identity and hell-bent on finding his killer. Sizzle is capable of traveling to the ghost world and moving objects, causing different actions among characters for solving puzzles. However, the coolest mechanic revolves around possessing a corpse and going back 4 minutes before the person's death to save them. The overall premise is a mystery, but backed by more puzzles than psychological horror. Paranormal Activity: The Lost Soul. How could one forget Paranormal Activity, the super successful film series that caused the found footage genre to blow up? Paranormal Activity: The Lost Soul is based on the franchise, but tells an original story with random scary moments like sudden movements and sounds cropping up. The standard range of occult imagery, possessed humans, and demons is still in effect, which is especially terrifying in VR. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.